So we'll let them enjoy the music too. All right. Ready? Let's get rolling. Let me stop this fun music. Sorry. Wah-wah.
Short-lived.
It'll be back at the end. How's that?
Perfect.
All right, Jacob.
My dance moves. Hi everyone. I'm Jacob. I'm a member of the Young Professionals Work Group. And welcome. Thank you guys so much for coming to the last one of our virtual chats for this year. Really important one. What to expect at conference. Conference is a big, really great opportunity for us all to see each other, meet new people, make new friends. Just get a lot of education in. So we're going to talk all about that. But we do kind of want to introduce some of the other key players, including Rob, who helps, he's been the chairperson for putting on the conference, Charlotte in the FRPA office, and then some of the other Young Professional Work Group members. So if we want to go ahead and start off, Charlotte, you want to kick off and tell everybody who you are, like they don't know?
Oh, hi, I'm Charla, and I'm with FRPA, like Jacob said. I'm here to help you with any pre-questions you may have leading up to the conference. We're hopefully going to get through a lot of those today, but if you have anything else that you think of afterwards, just give us a call or an email. Please.
All
Am I
right,
calling
then
out somebody else?
Rob?
I didn't know which direction it was going in. So my name is Robert Mattis, Parks and Recreation Director, Village of Pinecrest. I'm lucky enough to be able to work with an amazing group of people to chair the 2024 conference this year, the greatest adventure ever. It's going to happen. And so anything I can do, make your lives easier, let me know. I'm happy to.
Perfect. And we got some of our other Young Professional Work Group members on here, including our current head, Zaira.
Hi, thank you, Jacob. My name is Zaira, and I am part of the FRPA Young Professionals Work Group. I had the pleasure of being the chair this past year, and then I have the absolute pleasure of turning it over to Jacob for this upcoming year. But we had a great opportunity to get these virtual chats going with young professionals and then having this what to expect at conference. So we're really excited to share all this information with you today. And then we also have a few other of our FRPA Young Professional Work Groups members that are assisting us with the presentation today. So I'm turning it over to Maren. Please introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Maren. I'm a program coordinator with the City of Seminole. And yeah, we're going to go through this presentation today and excited to share it with all of you on the call, but also to have it recorded to push out later to some other people that might need this information. So excited for this session.
Awesome. And do we have any other Young Professional Work Groups or committee members on here who want to speak before we can get introductions for everybody? I see a bunch of new faces. So I want to make sure I give everyone a chance to say hello. Yeah, I'm looking at you, girl.
Oh, my bad. I didn't think I was part of Young Professionals, and nothing is young in this face. So my name is Gail Vasile. I'm a Cultural and Community Services Director in Sunny Isles Beach. And I'm excited I also am the exhibit hall chair with Jacob. So if you are excited, come visit us. It's going to be the place to be. Yeah, that's all.
Awesome. Yeah, it'll be a great time. We're looking forward to seeing everyone. Please feel free to stop. Anyone you just spoke to, everyone is super friendly, myself included, despite the mean face. So when you see us at conference, make sure you come up and talk to us. Gail and I will be in the exhibit hall. We'll talk more about that later. But let's go and get some introductions for everyone. If anyone wants to jump on, tell us, who you are, where you're from. If not, I will call on you. I have no shame.
Yeah, hi. This is Mark Parry, Parks and Recreation with City of Clearwater.
Hello, my name is Brandy Dorson. I am Parks and Recreation with the City of St. Petersburg.
I'm Kevin Trapp. I'm the Assistant Director with the City of Newport Richey, and will be at registration all week. So get to see me first and welcome you guys to conference.
Woohoo.
Hello, I'm Yan Lee, Senior Landscape Architecture Project Manager with HAF, Jacksonville, Florida. First time to attend the conference, very excited.
Glad to have you.
Thank you.
Hi, all. I'm Megan Sanders. I am the Recreation Business Manager with the City of Largo, and I am overseeing volunteers at conference this year. So if you have any downtime, come see me, and I will find something for you to do to help us out.
Yay!
Hi, everybody. My name is Karen Solms, and I am the interim chief at Deering Estate right now for Miami-Dade County Park Recreation and Open Spaces. And this conference, I will be co-chairing the service project. So if you have not already looked at that, please do. We're still trying to get our points ready to get to that 10,000 points before conference starts. And I'll also be doing the conference GPS session. So if you have a block that you want to come or bring some of your coworkers, we're going to be talking about everything there is to know about Conference Plus.
All right, everyone who I'm seeing some faces. All right, does everyone want to say hello who we didn't get a chance to hear from? Neely, Miss Katie.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Vernon Neely. I'm with the City of Sunrise, and this will be my first conference, so very excited.
Yay!
Hey, hi, I'm Katie. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Katie, go ahead. Okay. Hi, I'm Katie Comack. I'm with Martin County Parks and Recreation, and this is my first year going to the conference, so very excited.
Hey, this is Roxana Perry with the City of St. Pete Parks and Recreation, and I am on the marketing committee for this year's conference, and we'll be there early. Looking forward to helping with registration and really anywhere else that I can help.
Oh no, get to know JoJo. Wait, what's it called?
Okay, we got some introductions in the chat. Hey, JoJo, well, welcome aboard. It sounds like we have quite a few first timers. So we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. It occurs to me I introduce myself really. I'm Jacob Baker, Recreation Manager for the City of Ocala, the incoming chair for the Young Professionals Work Group, and on the Exhibit Hall Committee with Gail, which makes it sound like I'm much busier than I really am. I mostly just make smart comments and walk away quickly. We're gonna jump right into it. Welcome. Thank you guys all so much for making time out of your day to come be with us on this virtual chat. There is a conference GPS session that is much more in depth. This is by no means a substitute for that. We just kind of, especially first timers, give you guys an overview of all the great things there are at conference, and there is a lot, so it's easy to get overwhelmed. So we're gonna roll right into it.
Oh, that's me. Slide 2. Oh, we did that. Sorry.
All right, so what to pack? You're going to want to bring your business cards. There's going to be lots of opportunities to exchange that information. So as you meet people in sessions and then more open roundtable kind of things, you'll want to have those handy to exchange information, and also bring a notebook because you're going to have a lot of knowledge and you'll want to jot down some notes from all these sessions that you're attending. Bring your business casual outfits, sweaters and jackets with that. It does get a little bit chilly in some of those rooms, so you'll want to be prepared with those. If you're attending the banquet, bring a little bit nicer attire for that banquet on Wednesday. As far as like for your room, if you're staying or throughout the day, bring some snacks with you so you can snack throughout the day. And then as we prepare for our socials, Monday night, you'll bring your tacky tourist gear for the social. And then for Wednesday, you'll want to bring your favorite souvenir items. So if you've got like a baseball cap or a shirt or something like that. So some key items to pack for conference this year.
Does anybody else who's maybe a conference veteran have anything to add to our list? No.
There's a pretty good list.
Pretty good list. You could bring a water bottle. There's water things in the classrooms that you can refill your water bottle with. So we don't have
Is that going to be part of the tote
Swag.
or the backpack?
Oh, yes, it is actually.
Yeah. So leave yours at home and use the ones we get here.
That's true. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah.
There will be water bottles in your delegate bag, but that's kind of a spoiler alert, but still.
Oh, just kidding.
Use them.
Forget all of that. Don't show this until after. No.
That's great.
Prepare for the excitement.
Sweater. The rooms are cold.
They are cold. It's true. Gotta keep those germs down.
Yeah.
All right. So I think this one's me, right? I'm gonna jump in here and okay, so we're gonna go through with you just some of the arrival stuff, just because sometimes that gets a little bit confusing. So this is a map of the whole space. When you enter the area, well, let me orient myself here now. It's the road that you're entering on is kind of down here. Can you see my mouse when I move it? Okay, cool. So the road that you enter on is kind of down here. And then this part is the main hotel and where the rooms are, the individual rooms. And then kind of back off to the right around the hotel are the villas. So if you're staying in a villa, those are kind of back on the back right part of the property if you're looking at the hotel. And then the main hotel is here. If you're staying on site, you're going to obviously want to check in and try to get into your room, see if you can get your key when you arrive. If you are not staying on site, you will have to do the daily parking fee. It's $17. And you can just bypass the hotel and go into one of the gates that are on either side of this group of towers here. It's on the right or the left. You'll go through the gate, you'll get a little ticket. And then you'll park and bring your ticket in with you. If you're not staying on site, you're going to want to make sure you bring that ticket in with you, because we have a little validation machine that's next to registration, and you'll put your ticket in there. You'll get a little scanned sticker thing put on top of it, and then you'll use that to actually get out of the parking lot, because it'll give you a discounted rate. If you don't do the little validation thing, it's like $39 or something. So you're going to want to make sure you do the little validation thing. There's also kiosks in the actual conference center where you can you can pay for your parking in there. So you can pay for it and you'll get a little thing out. It's much easier, a lot less stress, like when you're sitting there at the gate and there's cars lined up behind you and they're honking, so stressful if it doesn't work. So it's a lot easier to just bring your ticket in, get it validated, and then use the little kiosk inside to go ahead and pay for it. Occasionally, I will just give you the heads up, if you're not staying on site, that little kiosk sometimes gives us trouble on actually printing out receipts. So maybe be prepared to take a picture of the screen if you need that documentation of paying for your parking for any kind of reconciliation purposes. That's just a good way to keep moving if you need to keep on moving around. So as you enter the property, now that we've covered that part, you'll park kind of in this back area. And then this whole space back here is the convention center. So if you're staying in the towers, which are the single rooms, there's a covered walkway that you can get to the conference center from, which is super helpful because it almost always rains at least one day during conference. From the villas, you're going to want to bring an umbrella because there's not a covered walkway over to the conference center from there. Or you can drive if you really, really wanted to. You could drive around, but there is a walkway that you can get over there. It's just not covered. So make sure you bring an umbrella. The majority of our classes, go with this. I hope I'm not jumping ahead, but the majority of our classes are all in this part of the convention center. So if you're looking at the space, it's the part to the left. There will be a big welcome banner kind of over in that corner with the FRPA logo on it that you can look for. That'll help you kind of go in the right direction. The registration, which is where you'll check in and get your name badge and your bag and all that kind of stuff, is right inside these doors. So this is the Grand Sierra area. And it's going to be in this hallway, the check-in area. Like I said, the majority of our classes are all right here. The exhibit hall is right here. So you're going to spend a lot of time right in this space right here. If you are speaking with us as well, or if you have signed up to be a volunteer, thank you. You will also check in this hallway. Speakers and volunteers will check in at a little counter that's down the hall here. And then for the regular conference, everyone will check in right here at this little counter that's right here. I do have a little video, but I pretty much just told you everything. Like I said, all the classrooms are here. Just a little cheat sheet thing. I think Karen may go over this in her session too, but the hallways are Antigua, Bonaire, and Curacao, and they go A, B, C. So if that helps you get around, that's always it always helps me at least try to figure out which rooms are where. So it goes A, B, C, and then Grand Sierra, all those classrooms are here, and we will be using these front classrooms as well as these classrooms down this weird little hall back here that feels like you're not supposed to go down into it, but you can still go down into it. Are people having trouble seeing?
It's showing, so it just might be like move the screen for them, move it on their own system.
Oh yeah, sometimes you have to swipe over to see it.
Yeah.
So I think that's it with Arrival itself. Registration is open on Sunday afternoon, Sunday afternoon at 4 p.m. until 7 p.m. So if you're on site on Sunday, come on over and get registered and checked in. It's always super fun on Sunday too, because everybody is a lot more calm and chill. Nobody's trying to run to get to their classroom on Monday morning. And we also have all the conference committee, like all hands on deck at that point. So it's almost like a little party. Everybody's just kind of hanging out and getting people registered and checked in, and it's really fun. So come see us on Sunday afternoon, evening, if you get there that early.
Charlotte, can I add something to the when you arrive? Expect long lines when you're checking into the hotel. Don't expect to just come up and walk. If you get there earlier, great. You can come a little earlier and relax in the day. But if you show up at 3, 4 o'clock, just expect to have long lines when you're waiting to get your room.
Yep. And make sure when you're checking in that you confirm that you have 2 beds in your room if you need 2 beds in your room.
Yeah.
If you don't need 2 beds in your room, please go ahead and take one of the king bed rooms, because we do have agencies that share rooms and they would prefer to have two queens in their room rather than 1 king. So just make sure of that before you take your key and go into your room and you're surprised. We do have another group in house with us during this week. I'm not sure when their check-in time is, but is a really good point, Rob, to just kind of be ready to be patient.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I get to keep going. Okay, next up, we're going to talk about the event app. So if you have not yet downloaded this is the most up-to-date information as far as the conference goes, as far as sessions, the schedule, all of that kind of stuff. We'll send out some push notifications so that you'll be reminded of things throughout the week. And there's also a little social component to it. So you can like converse with people, you can direct message people as long as they've enabled that and all that kind of stuff. So these are the 2 QR codes for you to go straight to your app store. I'm going to do just a little bitty demonstration here. Hopefully I can remember how to do this. Sorry, transition. Talk amongst yourselves.
No, and it does like we have a question in the chat. Do
Yeah,
you register for the session in advance? No, you don't necessarily have to register for the session in advance. Some sessions may change around on site, as people as schedule shift. But once you download the app, if you download the app, a lot of the classes are already loaded. You can use the app to checklist classes you want to go to. But if you hear a particularly good speaker and you decide to change a session, that's not a problem. The goal is just to get you guys, in as many sessions, meet as many people as possible. So we'd rather you be in a class than, say you're going to a class and then change your mind. That's fine. Just show up to something.
Yeah. And don't hesitate to have backups, because some of the sessions do fill up, and they'll only allow X number of people in each room. So just be prepared that some really popular classes, don't wait until the exact time to get in there. Go in a little bit early if you can.
Definitely. And if you pre-register or pre-sign up for the classes, and we'll show you how to do that here in a second, that also gives us a little bit of an idea of those rooms we do need to maybe move to a bigger room or get more chairs in somehow. It also gives us kind of a heads up on people we can contact to help volunteer. So go ahead and sign up for those classes. So I'm going to show you real quick just how to access everything. You're going to first go to your app store, and then you're going to search for, it's called Event Essential. And it's kind of like Essential, but it has the word event in front of it. And it's this little green one here that's like, got the little circles around the E. So you'll download that and open it. You will search for FRPA. Yeah, I spelled it. FRPA, and you'll see Florida Recreation and Park Association pop up, and then our conference logo. Hopefully you're familiar with that at this point, and you'll just select that. it'll ask you, sorry, I'm all over the place. There we go. It'll ask you if you want to change the app icon. I'm not sure why it asks you to do that, but you have to say, okay. And then it'll preload it kind of onto your screen there. So you can see the little FRPA thing down there. To go into this year's event, you should see that that logo now, that little backpack logo. If you see a past logo from a past conference, you'll need to go ahead and log in still, but then I'll show you how to change the event. We're having some people have some issues with that. So you'll click to go in, you'll select this event, and then I suggest use login with an email link rather than login with email and password, because if you do the login with email link, it'll use your most up-to-date information that we have for you and have put into this event for you. So you'll put your email address in there and you'll do send link, and then you'll go over to that email, and hopefully it will come through kind of quickly. It's using all the Wi-Fi right now. And then log in now, and it'll do it automatically for you. So you don't have to like go through setting up a password and go through doing all this kind of stuff. You have complete control over how much you want to share in here as far as your directory listing. You don't have to appear at all in the social directory. It'll just show that you're an attendee, and that'll be it. You can hide your email if you prefer not for people to be able to email you. And then you can also turn off that direct messaging. So you'll click continue from there, and then you're on the main dashboard screen. So updated information will be right here at the top. Like that's where like classes you've selected will kind of be highlighted up there. Next thing down here is timeline. So this is that social component I was talking about. You can post on there, you can reply to things, kind of like a Facebook or an Instagram kind of a thing. And then any highlights will be also there and able to be scrolled through. When you first open it up, like I think I had it open before, your conversations will be front and center if you have any going on, or if you don't, like I do, that'll be there as well. And I'm gonna start from the left down here. So on the bottom, schedule is the most important thing, most likely to you. So it should default to just all of the classes listed there. So you can see all of the classes. Once you select something, it adds it to your schedule. So you can select the classes. You can do multiple ones in one time slot too. That way you kind of remember what options you were looking at, which is super cool. I like that when an app is able to do that. And then you can click up here at the very top where it says selected, just highlight that, and it'll show you just your classes that you've selected. And then obviously to unselect them, you just unclick them, and then, oh, crash. And then make sure that you unclick that selected up there so you can see all the classes again. We've tried to put, like, if we've been told that a class is canceled or we've added a class, tried to put that in the title just so that you know that something like that one has been canceled, but we didn't want people to just go wander around looking for it. So at least here they know that that one's canceled. And then same with added. I think I put added on the ones that I cannot spell today. Yeah, added class. So that people kind of know that those are new options for them. So super easy there. And in each class, let me just show you this. That's not a good example. Let's do the OWL one. In each class is the quick information on the top. The speakers are all listed there. Every speaker has their own profile. So if you want to learn more about the speaker themselves, you can click through to them. It has the description, it has the learning objectives, and then tomorrow all the resources will be uploaded, and that's where like the speaker handouts will be if they had any specific handouts that they refer to. But then if speakers have turned in their presentation to us ahead of time, we'll have that linked in here as well so that you can access those on your mobile device. The next tab is the exhibitors. So all of our exhibitors are listed in here. Again, you can select them and make sure that you go visit the ones that you want to visit. You can double select if you did go visit them, kind of a thing. So it gives you a second little check mark, and then you can unselect them from there. And again, you can do selected and just filter like that. In these exhibitor posts here, let me get this set up. This is our first year of kind of giving the exhibitors a little more freedom in there to like set up their own thing. Where is one that I had? Sorry. Yeah, so some of them have gone in and like really filled out their profile so you can learn a lot more about them. So our exhibitors are like the backbone of our conference. They really help us out and support us a lot. So please be sure to select some of the ones that you maybe would do business with in the future and make sure you visit with them. And then notifications, any kind of new notifications that come through that has their own little tab there down at the bottom. There'll be a little red dot. Red dots drive me crazy. So I'm the kind of person that has to go in and check them all and make sure that the red dots are gone. You can decide whether you want the notifications to pop up on your phone or just to come pop up here in the app itself. But we don't like overload you with notifications. We try to just do a couple little reminders here and there, maybe like 4 or 5 a day kind of a thing. I know that sounds like a lot, but it's only a week that we have you. So then you can turn them off and then go about your way. But it is really helpful just to be kind of reminded of things. And then the More tab has a whole lot more. So your profile is accessible at the top there. You can change your picture. You can change your contact information, all of that kind of stuff. Make it as complete as you'd like. You can add in social networks. So if you want to link your different social things, you're able to do that. Obviously log out there too. This is also where you change events. So you see in the top left there, if you're logged into a different event, you can go in and pick a different FRPA event that you're signed up for. And then, excuse me, also on More, the speakers are listed there, and then anything else that you would need to have information on, like the Wi-Fi stuff is in there, the dining information is in there. We've got a lot of really good dining specials the hotel is offering us this year. So like 20% off in a lot of the restaurants if you show your name badge. So all of those things are listed in here. All those things that you have access to, everything is listed in here. I mentioned that social timeline and direct messaging. Those are both found underneath here as well. So if you needed to send messages to people or you wanted to post on that timeline, you can do that here. I know one of the sessions is doing speed networking is doing a couple things on the app. So you'll want to make sure you kind of pay attention to that. Pay attention to that session and where to find that information as well. And then of course, just like logistical stuff. So the maps are all linked here if you needed to find something easy or quickly. It is a PDF, but it does zoom in fairly easy, well. So if you zoomed in, you can definitely still see everything and it helps you kind of get around. I have been known to be like standing in one place and literally just like directing traffic off of this map on my phone. And I think that's it. So hopefully you'll explore that. If you have issues, you need to, you can email me and ask, or just make sure that you are signed in with the email address that you registered for conference with. Otherwise it will probably not let you in. But we can do some troubleshooting as well. Like we can get an access link and get you in there. We can reset your whole account and just start from scratch, any of those kinds of things. There will also be somebody at the volunteer check-in area that can help with all of that kind of stuff. So if you hear of other people or you have trouble yourself, just send them there. And Jill is a registered administrator on the app. She can help with that stuff too. Cool. All right, let me reshare my screen. Am I still sharing my screen? No.
Not yet.
No. Okay. Share. There we go.
Well, I'm tired. You said a whole lot. You took all my breath.
That was, yeah.
No, that was
that was a whole session for you.
Kind of glad we're recording this so I don't have to do it again. All right. Now I don't have to talk now.
All right, so my turn. Let me see if I can find some breath now. So what to expect? Like Charlotte mentioned, the exhibit hall, this year it's full. You know, we are full of vendors. They really are the backbone of conference. Maren talked about bringing business cards. Bring business cards for the vendors. A lot of them will have raffles. A couple people have won really cool baskets. I've not won one, but all my coworkers seem to win the basket I really want. So apparently, if you want to win, bring your business card and then be my friend, and you'll win the basket that I want. But they're really cool. A lot of them are interactive. They have like a game or an activity. We actually got our new recreation software through an exhibitor we met at a conference a couple of years ago. So it's definitely worth your while. The opening exhibit hall is Monday at 4:00 p.m. Gail and I will be there sweaty. So if you want to see us looking disheveled, come see us from 4 to 7. And then it closes Tuesday. The Tuesday session is I believe 9 until noon. So if you can't, definitely get there when it's if you don't mind a crowd, definitely when it's first open, everyone's in there. It's a really good time to also do a little bit of that networking. You're going to see so many people. You're going to see a lot of vendors covering pretty much everything that you could think of related to Parks and Rec, and some things you might not think of. But if you mind a little bit slower, Tuesday morning's a little bit slower. So if you get one more chance to follow up with a vendor or talk to people, get more information, Tuesday morning would be your best bet. Conference is full of sessions this year. We have, once again, people covering a range. So definitely check out that app. The general sessions are really good. I actually got a chance to speak to the opening session speaker, Juan, yesterday. Definitely phenomenal. He really wants to make sure that he tailors his session to recreation and parks. He definitely took the time to meet with quite a few of us. And there's food in the exhibit hall. Yeah, don't forget, and it's free food, and if it's free, it's for me. So definitely pop up to the exhibit hall and get a bite and see us working and meet all of our wonderful exhibitors who make this possible. Back to general session. So definitely Monday morning general session is Juan's last name I can't forget. But his, I believe, is about, Charlotte, remind me.
Confidence.
His is confidence, and then the closing session is limitless culture. So they really balance each other out. So yeah, Monday morning, pop in there, get your cup of coffee from our sponsored coffee bar. Pop up in there and get some good education to start the week, and then closing session. We've had a rough week. You come off that Wednesday social, grab your cup of coffee because this time you're going to need it, and then definitely get that closing session if you get a chance. And then in between, bookend it. We have how many educational sessions? A couple hundred?
Like 130.
A lot of educational sessions. They cover, some of them are really about networking. Some of them are about just, very specific to aquatics. Some of them are maybe very specific to your particular area. Some of them are a little bit more broad. Some of them are vendor sponsored. I even have a session. So if you're not tired of me talking as of yet, and you will be, you can pop in and see me Thursday morning, but there really is something for everyone. So we do encourage you, once again, get in the app. There's also, I think is the brochure still online?
It is. Yeah, and that was one more thing I meant to mention is in your bag, when you pick it up at registration, there will be a printed program booklet as well. So that is helpful. It's, as you saw, some of the classes have been canceled or added from there. So that gets printed like mid-July, but it's still very, very good information, and you can use that to plan out your stuff also.
Yeah, definitely take a look. Once again, get on the app, check that brochure, make sure you're popping up to the classes that interest you. There's so many classes that you're bound to find something that interests you or pertains to your area. And also, don't be afraid to go outside of your box, try something new that might necessarily pertain to you now. Because one thing I have learned in recreation and parks, it may not pertain to you now, but if you wait long enough, someone will assign it to you. So go ahead and get that, jump on them. And then I'm gonna turn it over to Zaira to talk about some of the meetup spots and some membership opportunities.
Thank you, Jacob. So what I'll talk to you about is Meet Me at Summit, why young professional membership opportunities, some things that we're going to be meeting up, and just that networking opportunity. This year, conference the past few years have had a great opportunity for a more lax setting for Meet Me at the Summit. Our theme this year is The Great Adventure, and anybody who is on the conference committee can hop on in and tell us a little bit about the Meet Me at the Summit, but it's a lax area that you can connect with one another. It'll be like, I think, the couch setting, and just to meet with one another. You can, somebody hop on into help me out with that.
There'll be some camp chairs set up and like some fake grass you can hang out. It's a good spot to make plans to meet up with people or to meet new people. The membership committee tries to kind of man it the whole time. So there's somebody there that knows a little bit about what's going on at conference or with FRPA that you can chat with, or you can make new friends with there. You can't miss it either. It's right when you get into that main hallway and there's going to be like a big backdrop of a mountaintop.
Thank you, Charlotte. So that's a great opportunity for networking and everything. And then we also have a few opportunities with the Young Professionals Work Group and also with the membership committee. First thing Monday morning, we have the Young Professionals is doing a coffee and network session at 8 a.m. So it is bright and early. We have the opportunity, if you saw on the app, that we have somebody is sponsoring our coffee. So we have one of the organizations that are sponsoring the coffee, so you can get your free coffee and then join us for the Monday coffee and networking session with Young Professionals. Also, we heard a little bit about conference GPS. Please attend if that's your first time, or if you know anybody in your organization that it's their first time as well, send them to conference GPS. It's right afterwards at 9 a.m. at 9:15, and it's an opportunity to get to know all about conference. And then also with the Young Professionals, we have another session on Monday as well at 1:30, and it's all about getting that information from seasoned professionals and from our young professionals, and we'll have like a panel out there all about different topics about events, aquatics, programming, management, a full diverse set of panels to talk about all about how we can develop as young professionals. One thing that we're super excited to kick off this year is meet us before the sessions. So one of the things as young professionals, or if this is your first time at conference, is that maybe you're a little bit timid, don't know who to hang out with, or sometimes maybe your organization is sending a smaller group. I know my organization only sends 2 to 3 people, so it's your opportunity to actually connect with somebody. And if you're in that larger setting of the socials or the exhibit halls, we will meet up as young professionals 15 minutes before each of those sessions. So 15 minutes before the general session, socials, and also the exhibit hall to set up as a little group. So you don't have to go into those sessions without a group. And so you'll have somebody to hang out with at the socials or at the exhibit hall, which is super exciting for us. Also, don't fret if you are not a young professional. We also have different opportunities. Our membership committee is joining in on the fun as well, and they're having these meetups as well. On Tuesday morning at 7:30 a.m. in the Starbucks in the lobby, you get to meet up with the membership committee, and there'll be an opportunity also to network and chat before the classes get rolling. So if you're interested in becoming a member, or you don't have to be a member of FRPA, please still join our membership committee as they have that opportunity at 7:30 a.m. on Tuesday. Also, there is a brand new sports bar that is at the hotel, which is super exciting to have a lot of different activities. And on Wednesday at 6 p.m., the membership committee is also going to be there at Wednesday at 6 p.m. at the main lobby of the new sports bar. I hear that is super fun. So that'll be another connection point there too. So we're really driving to make sure that you're making those connections and networking.
And you do not have to remember all this. It is in the app and in the on-site program booklet.
Thank you, Charlotte.
And then, Zara, did we cover the socials at all? I know we said it, but did we talk about them a little bit?
I do not think so that we hopped into the social aspect. So we have 2 socials. We have one on Monday night and on Wednesday. Monday night is from 7 to 10. And then Wednesday night it's from 8 to 11. If you can help me out with a little bit about which social, I know one of them is like Tacky Tourist and things like that.
Mondays.
I know that Maren a little bit about the like bringing your special wardrobe for those
Yeah, I think
socials.
Monday is the Tacky Tourist, and that's more like the Florida themed adventure social. I think that's when we want you to dress up as a tacky tourist. It cannot be tacky enough. The tackier, the better. So, and then I think the Wednesday socials, adventures around the world. There'll be games and stuff from different cultures, and we want you to bring your favorite souvenir item. So again, the weirder the better. We definitely enjoy that. And then Rob is going to be the threshold, so you've got to beat Rob. So,
So that's I'm just to let you know, I have lederhosen already set aside for Wednesday. So that's my special outfit for Wednesday.
Perfect.
On Monday's going to be a challenge because there's a lot of tacky stuff out there. But come prepared to bring your game on. That's for sure.
Most definitely. Socials are a great way to meet people also, for sure. Oh, and Monday night.
If you want to, can I just say real quickly as far as meeting people? I started in Florida 6 years ago. The only reason I know people is because of this conference, and the network along this entire state has opened up dramatically just because I said hi to someone who introduced me to this person and this person and this person. And it really makes a difference. You don't have to be best friends. You don't have to hang out with them the whole conference, but they become a connection that you can rely on, and you meet other people. So find those people who are connecting people and say hi. It's worth it.
There's a whole screen of them right here. So
yeah,
take a mental picture.
We'll introduce you to anyone you want. Even if we don't know them, we'll make the introduction for you.
There we go. Okay, we're going to talk about the service project now. And I see Karen went off the camera and I didn't pre-ask her to say anything, but
no, my camera's acting up. I'm sorry.
Oh, do you want to talk about the service project or you want me to take it?
You can take it and then I can chime in, but yeah. So you know where we are.
Jacob, you were going to talk about it. Sorry. I think I jumped on.
Well, Charlotte, if you have more oxygen and you would like to, don't feel like I'm going to disrupt you. All right, so Karen, if I do say something wrong, and I will, feel free to correct me. But this year's service project is for the Special Olympics. Hopefully you've been seeing the email blast. This service project is a little bit different. Usually, we encourage people to bring a donation or something to conference. There are definitely plenty of ways to give the Special Olympics. I think some of us have arranged to give up location space free of charge. That's what we did in our county. Definitely volunteer time, and then fundraise. But also their big need is equipment. And equipment can be pretty sizable. So we're asking that you please coordinate with your local Special Olympics to get equipment to them directly. We do not want, as great as it would be to have 1,000 basketball hoops show up at conference, I don't know that we would have space for that and the people. So definitely reach out. And then what we're doing is we're tracking points. Volunteer hours is worth so many points. Financial donations are worth so many points. Equipment's worth so many donations. And I believe our goal was 10,000 points.
Yep.
Excellent. Right. I like it when I say things confidently and I'm not sure. Yeah, so definitely reach out. There's still time. In our experience here, so FRPA released, this is gonna be our service project of the year. Within the week, they reach out to me in our county. And we ended up setting up 4-month volleyball program. Let them use the space. It's been such a great partnership. And we probably wouldn't have done it without FRPA's, sponsoring this as our service project, and it's been great. It's probably going to continue for years to come. So definitely reach out. Phenomenal organization. Please research when you have time. But if you're capable, if your organization's capable, please make this happen.
That was great. We're at about 7,600 points right now. So
that's great.
Anything to add, Karen?
I think that was everything, but yeah, the goal is 10,000 and we're going to get there. I know we will.
That's right.
I just want to add for the equipment, the Amazon link will actually have you ship it directly to Special Olympics. So you don't have to bring it with you. You can ship it directly to that agency through the wish list.
And I guess one more thing to add. We, as a side note, the conference committee will identify an organization within the state of Florida where we as a profession can kind of give back. So that's the whole point of having a service project. It's different every year, basically. Sometimes we've done straight up financial donations. Sometimes we've done books. We did shoes one year. It was really gross. Eyeglasses, all kinds of things. So it's fun that the profession just kind of wraps their arms around these different organizations each year, and we're able to do something little, sometimes big, to give back. So that's kind of where this comes from, just so that this isn't just pie in the sky. We definitely do this every single year. This one has been a little different in that it's been very all-encompassing. There's so many different ways to get involved, which is so great. And it's such a great organization in the first place. So it was easy matchup, right? Okay, I know we're getting close on time. So just a real quick crash course on how CEUs work. If you're not familiar, CEU stands for Continuing Education Unit. So If you are certified in either Parks and Recreation profession or some other professions, you can gain CEU credit through our classes. If you have your CPRP or CPRE through NRPA, FRP, those are a lot of acronyms. So Certified Park and Recreation Professional or Certified Park and Recreation Executive, those are the certifications. And then if you hold that through the National Recreation and Park Association, we, FRPA, we're able to provide education that helps fulfill your need for CEU credit. So you have to get a certain amount within a certain number of years. Our credits are automatically accepted by NRPA. So you don't have to go through like any kind of submission process with NRPA. You just upload them, kind of a thing. Our CEU process, just so that you know kind of how it works, if you do need to get record of it, at the end, near the end, within the last 15 minutes of each session on site, you'll see this lovely screen pop up that has a QR code on it. You will use your mobile device, whether it be a phone or an iPad, just something with a camera that is able to scan and connect to the internet. You'll use your camera app, or if you have a built-in QR app on your mobile device, you can use that as well. It'll pop, you'll kind of scan it with your camera on the screen. I wish I could show you. I can kind of. You can kind of see it. So it scans the QR code and the link pops up underneath. You don't have to take a picture of it. You just need to hold it up there, let it see the QR. So it's just like using its lens to see it. And then you click on the link and it will open it up on your screen. So you can test your QR code use there. If you'd like to go ahead and try it out, please feel free. So that will open up a session evaluation. So that is specific to the session that you are in. If you don't see the name of the session on that page that you're getting ready to fill out the survey for, then it's wrong. So rescan it and have your browser open it again. You'll put your name, your full name in there, your email address that you would like your CEU record sent to, and then there's an evaluation the rest of the way through. So this is where we get feedback on the sessions. Even if you're not getting CEU credit, we would really appreciate you doing the evaluation, because that is a direct way we get feedback on sessions, whether they were met the objectives of the class, whether the speaker kind of held their own and they were good, or any other feedback that you might have that you want to give us. That's all collectible through that link in that survey. And then when you get to the end of it, you need to make sure that you push submit. We did have quite a few people last year that just never pushed submit on their things and they thought they were done. So make sure you push submit. If you realize afterwards that you're like, oh, I misspelled my email address, or oh, I sent that to my Gmail and I meant to send it to my work, you can just always contact us, just let us know, and we'll try to get that changed before we issue the CEU credit. And so what'll happen is some people during conference, we have some volunteers that are going to help us kind of start pulling these and getting CEUs issued to you. But they will all definitely be issued by, we say October 1st. That gives us a good month when we get back to really get through them, but we'll get through them way before that. And the way that you receive that credit is you'll receive an email in your whatever email address inbox that you put in there. And it'll say in the subject line, FRPA CEU credit, and then it'll list the class, your name, the number of CEUs it's worth, which those relate as 0.1 per hour. So sometimes it's 2-hour class, then it's 0.2 kind of a thing. And then it'll have the date on it. So it's everything that you need to then take to whatever your certifying organization is to get that CEU credit. You are responsible for keeping track of those. You're also responsible for making sure that any of them that you filled out, you receive. So keep track of the classes that you go to that you fill out those surveys for, and make sure you have that CEU record on the back end. If you don't, you need to reach out to us and we'll research it and make sure that we got your evaluation, and then we'll definitely send you that CEU record if you didn't get it. And if you misspelled your email address or something, I can always forward it to you later. They almost always come from charla@frpa.org. So there's a bajillion of them in my sent email. So just let us know and we can definitely help you out. That was kind of fast. So if you do have, that's a very important thing to get your CEUs. So if you do have questions about that, you can reach out afterwards and I can clarify anything for you. Questions? Oh, also on that note, since we have a lot of younger professionals in here, if you see people struggling with trying to get the scan to work on their thing, or they keep taking a picture, help them out. Just like, hey, let me help you with that. Okay. That'd be really great.
You don't have to talk about me in front of me, okay?
All right, questions. It's got to have a question.
Good afternoon again. Question is, so the roles that I know that we signed up for to volunteer for, oh, can you hear me?
Yes, it's just got
do we get an explanation kind of like what to expect and what to do in those roles beforehand or during?
Absolutely. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. No, absolutely. That is on our list for basically this weekend to get you out some information. We have a lot of people that sign up the last week, really. So we kind of wait to send you that information in bulk. But you will receive an email with instructions specific to whichever tasks you've signed up for. So you may receive multiple ones depending on what you've signed up for. But Megan is also our volunteer chair for this year for conference, and she'll be around the volunteer check-in area to help give you any more direction. That's where you have to go check in anyway. So you can, and she'll also have any answers to questions that you may have when you actually get on site. If you're a verification officer, those are a little more specific in the details and like what they have to do. You'll receive an actual video orientation, like training here in the next couple of days that will walk you through step by step how to serve in that volunteer spot. Good question. And you can always sign up for more volunteering on site. Like if you get there Monday and you're like, oh, I don't know about this, but then by Tuesday you're like, I got this. You could go to Megan and just see if she has any spots open. We'd love to have you volunteer.
Great way to meet people too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Any other questions?
We did have one of our board members join us, Rebecca Schnerman. Hey.
Hi.
I think I let you in a little late. Sorry about that.
No, that was actually my fault because somebody was in my office in a meeting and I realized it was 2:30 and I'm like, oh no, I signed up for this. But this is really, for those of you that, I'm sorry I came on late, that are attending, this is your first conference. I mean, this is really cool, this whole, just the fact that we're doing this as an organization, that FRPA, like you're having a webinar like this in advance of the conference, because I've been to other conferences before and you don't know anything until you actually get there. And then you have like the first time visitor. And then by the time you're there, you're like, I don't even know what to do. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I have the app. Who am I talking to? Especially if you're there by yourself. So, you know, we're also Parks and Rec. I'm come from a finance background. So we're different people sometimes. So we don't always remember that you can talk to people and, you know, people are, I guess, warm and willing to help you with things. We try to figure it out ourselves. So, but anyway, glad to be a part of it. I'm very excited about conference. I hope everyone else is too.
Thanks. Thanks for those words. Right. Any other questions? Close this out.
All right. Well, young people, we will see you at the conference.
If you need anything at all, let us know. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Good job, young professional.
Yeah. Good job. See you guys later.
Thank
See you guys. Charlotte, I'll see you in an hour.